So you probably saw when I beat the record by nearly 8 minutes last night. I did not improve since then. We're looking for a better run tonight. Some silly things happened. Dragon Warrior Part 2 TM. So yeah, we had one run where I cast Repel, and on the last step, there's like 3 steps going to the ship at that point, and we got one where we had, what was it? It was like, not a, it might have been like a magic baboon or something, like the green version of the baboon slash Hippobango sprite, whatever it was. And I failed to run away, and it did damage to me. And after I had taken that damage, I couldn't manipulate my way through the tower, but then the tower worked out okay anyway, and that was all great. So we get all the way to the end game, and suddenly I realize I don't have the Leaf of World tree. It was a bit of a surprise. So this time, we're not going to forget to pick up the leaf. All will be well. Hey, Withheld, welcome. Kelly, thank you so much for hosting. Much appreciated. I have gone through this intro quite a few times over the past 2 days. Seen it a lot. Exactly, it's worth it for a world record. We're going for the sub 230. Which I don't think is guaranteed, but it is possible with current strats. Hey Anska, welcome. And all day I've been thinking about new ways to chain these manipulations in either a more efficient way or make the metal babbles slightly faster or fight less metal babbles, change the crest order around so maybe we can make it totally marathon safe, maybe. Sorry, Kelly's wife, but I have evil tidings that cannot wait. Well, don't stay up too late tonight, Sparkover. Who's gonna beat the old wizard in a poncho if not me? No one. That duty falls entirely on me. Oops. Hey Zoran, welcome. Oops. Well, as I say, Kelly, my schedule is printed below the streaming window. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. I'm getting very tempted to eliminate a work day and add a 5th streaming day. Yeah, it's been up there for a week or two. So I stick to that for sure. If I ever have to change around a day, I'll put a notification up there letting everyone know, and of course I'll mention it on stream as well. And then if I want to stream longer, I will. Like last night, my scheduled 5-hour stream turned into a 12.5-hour stream. That just sort of happens sometimes. Hey, Oxnuke, thank you very much. Hey, DJ Jeff, thank you very much. Oh, DJ Jeff is not quite your name. I kind of like the sound of that, though. I actually met DJ Jazzy Jeff once. He still tours as a scratcher, and I got to see him in Winnipeg one year. It was pretty cool. Had a nice chat with him afterwards. Yeah, he seems really cool. There is a lot of setup in this game. So first we have to do all the preliminary stuff after the prologue. Before we set up our manipulations, then we have to chain together a bunch of metal slimes and metal babbles. After that, we'll pick up a bunch of key items while gradually setting up a final set of manipulations for later. And hopefully it all works out. Well, I don't live in Winnipeg right now, but I know from experience that that happens a lot in Winnipeg, so it wouldn't surprise me. Map magic? I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise that musically inclined people are very interesting to talk to, very creative people, usually interested in seeing the world, a lot of life experience. I've seen a lot of DJs in the last decade. No surprise at all to me that Airkicks had the answer. I still haven't played another version. I have seen the SFC version, but I'm not familiar with all the differences yet. Oops. Hey, Nestmaster, welcome. Go, 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 go. Yeehaw! We're back in action with Dragon Warrior 2. Yes it is, Nestmaster. It is indeed up there. It helps that one of the mods is usually watching the run happen live, so he doesn't need to verify it later. Like, he doesn't need to re-watch the entire run later. PJ plus 2 is the one that verifies my runs, usually. Use the Cloak of Wind. Okay. It is neat, Coach. I'll be pausing from now on. The name we chose caused the RNG to essentially get into sort of a lock or a loop, whatever you want to call it. And the result of that is that we get no random encounters until we save our game, in which case the RNG checksum changes. So now you'll notice we'll pause twice here on the desert, and we are avoiding all enemy encounters the normal way now that we've saved. But now we're going to want to encounter a random enemy here. That random enemy just so happens to be useful. So now that we've saved our game, everything returns back to normal, and we're doing normal manipulations just as we did in Dragon Warrior 1. Essentially, it works exactly the same as in Dragon Warrior 1. So random. Yeah, so just as in Dragon Warrior 1, the name that you choose for your character has it's like the value of your name numerically is included in the RNG checksum, which is the numerical value of the first RNG value from which all future RNG calculations are derived. So it's not like you can say, oh, I'm going to choose this name and get a billion metal slimes. It's not quite that simple. But it does have a small effect. That's the reason that if I want to use my Dragon Warrior 1 route to do a run, I have to use the name exclamation point. If I use any other name, we won't get the same initial RNG checksum. But yeah, in this game, like, I don't think it's a thing in Dragon Warrior 1, but in Dragon Warrior 2, there are something like 16 different possible names that will create this seed lock, as some people call it, where you get no encounters walking around on the overworld until you save your game. So we had to save to get these metal slimes. I'm hopeful too, Hourly Fish. We'll see what happens. It's funny, I don't have to follow this weird walking pattern. Like, the zone with the metal slimes is actually quite large, but I follow it anyway, just because it's what I'm used to, and why not? Like, the subsequent manipulations that I made are based on the finishing square that we're on after we beat the Carnivog. And so no matter where we step, we'd want to end on that same square so that the manipulations are all the same. Hey, Huda, thank you very much. I like the overworld theme too, too many. Hey, Murdoch Paul, thank you very much. Hey, Smart, thank you very much. So many levels at once. And we go down here for the Metal Slime and Ghost Rat. This battle was routed very smartly. We do manipulations to ensure that the Ghost Rat calls for help instead of attacking, and that no Ghost Rat shows up when he does call for help. I believe it was Evil Ash who set up this manipulation, this battle, as well as the one before it and the one after it, which is a Carnivog. And then after we beat the Carnivog, everything was routed by me. Catclaw routed the first Metal Slime and all the setup leading up to it that would ensure that he gave us an Iron Helmet. There we go. I like it all. Dragon Warrior music is amazing throughout. So that Carnivog was routed specifically to get Peta to level 4. Which is where she learns the Inferno spell, so she suddenly becomes very useful. At the time, that was the end of the manipulation chain, and so Evil Ash wanted to make sure that we got the princess to level 4 so that we could grind really quickly. And I started out that way. Started out grinding with the princess to level 4, getting a few Infernos in. It was a really fun way to speed up the already existing route. Made it to the top. The boat simulator music. Good call, Sparkover. Alright, I think we did this right. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, Zorn. They also use it for the beginning of Chapter 5, and it is so effective. A lot of the music in Dragon Warrior 4 is pretty emotional, including especially the entire endgame music. It's incredibly well done. Oh, that's right, in the record run, we had to reset a couple times setting up the first RNG manipulation. So we lost a little over a minute there, which is time that we can now gain back. Now, everything I do here has to be perfect leading up to the Metal Babbles. So I made sure and memorized where all these stops are so I don't have to keep looking down at my notes for this particular part. Looks like we're good. And so the grind begins. As I say, I will attempt to shorten this grind someday in the future. This is very similar to Dragon Warrior manipulation, very similar. In terms of difficulty, in one way it's easier to set up, but in another it's more difficult because it's longer and everything has to be perfect, all connected. Like, the longest manipulation in Dragon Warrior 1 is, like 11 minutes long. And the manipulation chain I'm doing right now is... Let's see if I can figure out how long it is. It's over 40 minutes long. It's pretty crazy. Yes, I can, smart. I did that last night for the first time. I had written out such a route for the best of NES, specifically, but it didn't work in that one specific run, and I later found out that there were major issues with hoping that it would work in a live run. There was a coin flip in the run, where even if you did everything perfect, you only had a 50-50 chance, a one-time 50-50 chance of the manipulation chain actually getting started. So, I had to go back and rewrite the entire thing, and it took quite some time, but here we are. Air kicks is correct. You can manipulate anything if you put in the time, and I am going to continue to work to make this manipulation better. Yes, that's the road to Rome. A wizard in a poncho. Such a perfect description. I think we're going to be on the left here. Right here? No? Right here. There we go. So we're going to be walking to the right after this battle. If you can have two, it would have to involve some sort of lottery win if the lottery gives it, but I don't think the lottery does give it. That being said, the code is not prohibitive. So, if there were a way, like, you know, like either if you were to play on an emulator and have one, you know, like in a treasure chest or something, like that doesn't exist in the game, but if the code were to have one added, you could have two of them. But there's no point in having two, because just the one has infinite uses. It never runs out. If it did not have infinite uses, if it were like a wizard's ring and it could break, then I would have to manipulate all my dragon's potion uses. But that could be done as well. Yeah, I was pretty sure it wasn't part of the lottery. But as I say, there's no reason to have more than one. You can use it as many times as you want. I mean, to say it's OP, I mean, you know, back in the days when manipulations couldn't have even been conceived of, how useful was it really? Now it seems OP because it's the solution to all our problems. Like, without it, there's no question in my mind that endgame manipulation would be impossible. Like, fighting Malroth, for example. So many text box clears along the way. There would just be no way to chain it all together. Yeah, if I were to keep fighting them, I could go, I could max out my levels if I wanted. That is definitely something that could happen. Of course, this is a speed run, and we've already proven that we can win at this level, so we don't need any additionals. But it could be done. There would come a point where the Metal Babbles would probably not be as fast as fighting in Roan. Well, maybe not. I don't know, if we could keep manipulating them to appear quickly, then maybe not. Yes, you could impress yourself. Max level when? If I wanted to do a max out run, I could, in theory. And just because it takes so long to get to Roan, the fastest way to do that would be to grind here. Just continue the manipulations. I don't know if the hero would eventually reach a strength level where he could, like, do actual damage to Metal Babbles. If he would, that would be really helpful. We could also theoretically go buy him a weapon so that we could beat them even faster. It's funny, back when less was known about manipulation, there were whispers about the idea of taking the ship to Osterfair and hoping for a really early 8 Metal Slime fight. And they were hoping that it could be manipulated, and they were sort of looking into that. I don't think it ever happened, but it was an idea that was brewing, and it sort of inspired me. Like, it sort of got me on the right train of thought to come up here to the Metal Babbles instead. The max levels are a little weird. I believe it's levels 50, 40, and 35. I think that's right. Or 50, 45, and 35? Someone in chat will know for sure. But yeah, the hero's max level is 50, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure the princess's is 35. I just forget if Newmore's is 40 or 45. There we go, 50, 45, 35. Thank you, Airkicks. Do 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 do. Why they did it that way, I assume for the same reason that the princess takes so long to level up once you get her. I think the idea was to make the levels line up in such a way that when you were expected to get the prince and princess, it would take you relatively the same amount of time to level them as it does the hero. I think that was the idea behind that decision. So by the same token, I think they'll all max out at relatively the same time if you get them when you're supposed to, basically. Ever do a hero-only run in Dragon Warrior 3? What I did in Dragon Warrior 3 with hero-only was I played the game all the way up until Baramos. It was really, really fun throughout, and then I discovered that in order to beat Baramos, because he regenerates so much HP per turn, I would basically have to max out my hero, or pretty darn close, or I would have to keep resetting for better stats on every level, and I didn't want to go that far. But I had an absolute blast getting to Baramos with the solo hero. It's really, really fun playing with one character in Dragon Warrior 3 because they level up 4 times as fast as if you had 4 characters. That is so much fun. Like, if I weren't going for a world record right now, I would be delighted as a Darth Bear to slide in Dragon Warrior 3 and do a solo hero game casually. Oh yeah, just remember guys, there's plenty of time for everything. I am committed to constant streaming. There's so much I'm excited to play in the future. And ideas are always welcome. Hey K-Mac, welcome. I have not played Hardtype just yet. I've watched... I think I watched you play it for a while. And Darkwing. It looks fun. I'm sort of wondering if there's a lot of just grinding to beat really, really hard bosses type thing. But it's definitely something I want to play someday. A ton of people recommended it to me. Wow, the hero's level 15 already, that's awesome. Oh man, if I didn't have to sleep, there would be a lot more streaming. fun and frustrating. That I'm used to. Like, I'm used to playing games where there's just a lot of grinding to get through tough spots. Actually, when I first played Dragon Warrior 3, that's how it was for me. Like, there was a lot of, like, I wouldn't leave a section until I had the most powerful weapons and armor, and, you know, it takes a while to get levels and gold. I built up pretty slowly. Like, it was hours and hours before I was ready to go to the pyramid, back when I was playing casually. But I loved every minute of it. It was so much fun. Well, I could play this all day, Zoran. Oh, I can't wait to get to FF1. There is a big part of me that just believes so strongly that some form of manipulation is possible. And I can't wait to crack it. Like, what they've done with it so far is super impressive. They've worked out a long chain where you know on which square you encounter any given group of enemies. And they sort of plan their way through the run in that manner. Which is really neat. That's a lot of progress. There we go. Hey, Fizzlefry, welcome. Yeah, I'm not entirely familiar with who has done what specifically in Final Fantasy 1. I watched Fiesel and Geyer play a lot. Yay, Numore's strong enough to get a kill. We're on the right, so we're going to be going left. We are grinding until the hero, the top character, reaches level 21. This Metal Babble's a one-rounder. I'm not sure what you mean by synced. Every time you beat an enemy, it will give you a fixed amount of experience, if that's what you're asking. The characters have a fixed amount of experience between levels, if that's what you're asking. And they always gain the same stats per level as well. So there's no manipulation required to get a chain of levels that are the same, which is very important. Exactly, they're all synchronized. Yeah, that's what I'm going off. I remember Fiesel saying that. And there must have been a good reason for him to say it. So maybe there's something that's very, very difficult, but there's a complex way to go through it. Anyway, it's the kind of thing I love looking at, so eventually I'll get to it. And even if there turns out to be no way to make more complex manipulations like battle control, it'll still be really fun to play the game through with the innovations that have already occurred. It was neat being at AGDQ 2017 live to see that Final Fantasy run. That was awesome. Okay, no levels for this one. The phases I went through making progress with Dragon Warrior 2 just kind of blow my mind. Like, I got a Dragon's Potion from the first Metal Babel totally by coincidence. And it wasn't until I actually got it that I started to realize, holy cow, I can use this for things. Like, this is actually going to be really useful. And even at the time, I did not realize how instrumental it would be in terms of an RNG adjustment tool. The fact that this game works the same way as Dragon Warrior 1 in terms of giving you an initial RNG checksum when you save your game. It's so incredibly useful. Yeah, it always confused me that the Ice Cave was such a huge jump in difficulty. Although, to be fair, I guess picking up the airship is, you know, a fairly big deal, so I guess that was the thinking behind it. This is a one-rounder. And the hero gets a level from this one. So only 3 more levels to go now for the hero. Hey, Brilliant Insanity, thank you very much. That should be it for this one. Nice job, Newmore. This one's a one-rounder. Finding one-round Metal Babbles was actually pretty rare when we didn't get the first strike. But when we do, like when the Metal Babble doesn't see us, we usually are able to beat it in one round, which is awesome. Alright, what are we gonna pick up tonight? The Leaf of World Tree. Another one for Newmore. It's great when Newmore gets strong enough to beat these guys with excellent moves. It's so useful, having two characters instead of one that can finish him off. "30 Metal Babbles down already." So here again, we get a preemptive, and not only do we beat the Metal Babble in one round, but it's a really quick one round. We find an early iteration. That's just how preemptives work. When the Metal Babble can't act first, and you have two characters that are strong enough to beat him with an excellent move, it makes the process so much faster. The hero with the takedown this time. This one's a 2-rounder, but again, it's a quick 2-rounder. We actually attack on the first iteration in round 2, and it's over. Just like that. Only 2 levels to go for the hero. Yeah, Almacia, it's fun to look at and think about it that way. Of course, in playtesting, whenever the Metal Babble would cast Firebane, he would just wipe us out instantly. So there was a lot of that happening. I just realized Metal Babbles can't actually attack in this game. They always cast a spell or run away. That's definitely rare. Blizzards are another enemy that have no attack. They only can cast defense or defeat. For some reason, even working with Metal Babbles for so long, it only just now occurred to me they can't actually attack you, which is unusual. They can attack you in other games. Oh, look at this quick one. No preemptive, but we get a nice, early, excellent move, and the hero celebrates by making it to level 20. Oh, they might not air kicks. Might just cast Sleep and Fireball. This one is a 1-rounder as well, by the way. And this one is also a 1-rounder. And we get another Dragon's Potion drop from this one. This one's a 2-rounder. Hey, Tater Tot, welcome. Here's another quick 1-rounder. Without a preemptive. And this one's kind of weird. This one is a preemptive, but it ended up being a 2-rounder. I didn't find any excellent moves in the first round. Fortunately, they're both very early iterations, so it works out well anyway. We have 3 Metal Babbles to go, and then we're done. Level 21 was always the benchmark for when the hero was strong enough. Like, he had enough HP and enough strength with the Sword of Destruction to really take care of Malroth and Atlas and Hargon. Now that we're manipulating, we can probably, like, almost certainly go a couple levels lower. I'm going to be looking into that in the future, but for now, all my manipulations require that we get these levels. Yeah, Atlas is like the hardest part of the game. Like, I think I have had more success overall against Malroth than against Atlas. And that surprises no one. Alright, last one. Here he is. So we should still be ahead a minute 14. That should stay uniform. There we go. And immediately we use the Dragon's Potion to warp ourselves out of there. So neat. Hey, Razor Knight, welcome. Cards fan! I think you just won a prize. You might be the first person to actually notice. So I just found out, basically, less than an hour before I had to start streaming. But it has happened. We made it, and I have all of you to thank. So, new emotes will be available on Friday, well in time for Friday's stream for sure. I couldn't have done it without your guys' support. Seriously, I mean that. Like, you know, it makes a big difference. WMD, thank you so much for hosting. Much appreciated. So yeah, I didn't have any time to upload anything before I started. Like, literally, I pretty much just had to eat and start streaming. But our next stream is on Friday, and it's gonna be a fun one. Nice job spotting that, Cards fan. There's the Dues yarn. Thank you all so very much. Yeah, honestly, Airkicks, at first I assumed that you had noticed. So yeah, Friday's stream, there are going to be a lot of goodies. Let me tell you, the big subtrain that happened a couple weeks ago made a big difference. We've got a lot of emote slots. There's going to be a lot of new stuff to enjoy. It's going to be a party. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense, Airkicks. It takes a little while for things to initialize as well. Like, if I chat... Wait a second, do I go in here? Yeah. If I say something in chat, like, I don't see a checkmark next to my name in chat yet, I assume that'll happen after a while. Like, sometimes things just take a while to initialize. That sometimes happens with new emotes as well, things like that. Of course there will be Dragon Warrior related emotes, absolutely. Yeah, 72 minutes so far, Cards fan. Honestly, I started to think that people, like, a lot of people have been saying to me for a long time, and I appreciate this so much, that they think I deserve to be a partner. I think over time people just sort of subconsciously expected it to happen, and so, like, didn't react to the checkmark on a subconscious level. But yeah, I'm thrilled for you guys. I've wanted to give you guys more emotes for a very long time. So they're gonna be rolled out for the weekend. I am partnered now, Laszlo. It happened. It's a dream come true. This is what I want to be doing. Alright, guess what we're gonna do today, guys? We're gonna pick up the Leaf of World Tree. Again, I got an encounter on the square. Somebody told me this is what happened last time. I ran from the encounter, and then just didn't pick up the leaf. But today, oh today. Today's different. Because we're a partner, and partners don't leave the Leaf of World Tree unclaimed. There it is. We have it. Thank you so much, Zoran. That certainly helped a lot, TRG. It really helped with channel growth and recognition. I'm so pleased that everyone enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. Like, as a speedrunner, Dragon Warrior is basically like my life's work. It's my biggest contribution to speedrunning. It's the game I've spent the most time on and the most thorough analysis. So it means the world to me that people enjoyed it as much as they did. I mean, you never know with, you know, with text-based RPGs. And it's an old one too, of course, but the response was so overwhelming. And I was overjoyed. Yes, the Dragon's Potion is reusable. We can use it as much as I want. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of work with Dragon Warrior 2 right now. In terms of contribution, I don't think this will surpass what I've done with Dragon Warrior 1, but I intend to make it close. Whoa! I just used the antidote herb instead of dropping it. That should be okay. Like, it should have the same, like, that shouldn't cause any problems. It's just kind of funny that I did that. But yeah, that shouldn't ruin manipulations. We'll know when we get to the lighthouse tower. Set up a manipulation there. Shouldn't cause any problems. Even if it, like, does a status effect check, I mean, it's not changing my status. And as long as we encounter an enemy later on, the game is going to redo a status check in terms of flags or whatever. So it should not be an issue. And I say should not because I'm paranoid about these things. I've seen a lot of weird things happen in this game. So I never assume. Oops. Numor drops an herb. This time we're actually going to drop it. Oops. So yeah, we're definitely going to encounter a battle here, and in that battle there's going to be a status check to see what everything is. So even if the antidote herb had some sort of temporary effect, encountering a battle should counteract whatever that temporary effect would be. A reasonable goal for this game. Well, right now I'm going for under 2.5 hours. Like, I truly believe that could happen tonight, if everything goes smoothly. What I want to do is break 2 hours. After that, I think, you know, that's, like, I don't want to say it's a limit, but it'll be good enough in terms of human play. Like, that is a lot of progress. I'm gonna have to give everyone a heal here. I don't want Peta and Numor to be below full when we're fighting evil clowns. They're kinda dangerous. Dragon's Potion. It's a juggler. Hey, Christaborg, welcome. You came to the right place. If everything goes smoothly tonight, a world record, a new one, is basically guaranteed. And the big question is, how much time can we save? In our last world record, we were basically standing still for 25 minutes doing nothing, and we still beat the record by nearly 8 minutes. So, very promising for more time saves. But there are things that can go wrong earlier on. Hopefully everything goes well. The biggest one, the most dangerous moment of the run, is the Eye of Malroth cave, the cave that has the Eye of Malroth. In the future, I'm going to manipulate through it for marathon safety, I would love to be able to play this game in marathons, but for now, that's the big danger point. All clowns are misunderstood. PETA has so much magic, we can just heal every time this happens. I don't want to run through Numore's magic because he has to cast Return a few times. I don't want him to run low. Thank you so much, Cards fan. Yeah, I cannot begin to describe how much of an emotional roller coaster it's been ever since GDQ, which was already like, I went to my first one in 2017, and Dragon Warrior was accepted as a backup run, so I was already preparing to do it that year. But more than that, it was the best vacation I had ever had. GDQ is a paradise for speedrunners. Like, we just had fun for the entire week. Like, there was always new stuff to do, people to talk to. There were always world records happening, you know, in the practice room, and the arcade was a blast, and I mean, the list goes on and on. Like, there's no end to it. The people are all awesome. I mean, you guys see from speedrunner chats, my chat and other people's, everyone's just awesome. It's such a chill community. So, to come into AGDQ 2018 and have my flawless Dragon Warrior run in addition to everything already, like, it was overwhelming. And then the support that I saw afterwards, and then everything since then. A huge sub-train, I think it was about a week after I came back. The world records that followed in Dragon Warrior 1, Dragon Warrior 2, among others, of course, the ever-important Family Feud world record. Anyway, I can't thank you guys enough, because none of this would be happening on this scale without you guys. And I'm very appreciative. Very thankful for everything. So we're just going to keep going. Just going to keep doing what we're doing. Oh, thank you so much, Mooniversal. I appreciate it. Yeah, I would love it if everyone could go to GDQ. Next year, they're moving to a different hotel. I can only assume the reason is because the event is just getting so big, they need more hotel space. So I would love for the next event to be at an enormous hotel and just for, like, you know, tens of thousands of people to somehow be able to attend. Because it's such a wonderful event. And people who enjoy watching speedrunners on Twitch, everyone of them, I assume, would love being at a GDQ. This is the 4th Evil Clown. So once we're done this battle, we'll move on. PETA gets the finishing blow. Right, yeah, so Airkix is talking about the original version, the Famicom version. It was ported over, and instead of using the password system, they basically created a save system and a battery in the cartridge, and just made it work the exact same way. Oops. We want to drop it, not trade it. Subhype PDT, thank you so much for subscribing, much appreciated. Hope you enjoy Dragon Warrior 2 tonight. If everything goes well, we are on the road to a massive world record improvement tonight, and I'm very hopeful. next we are sailing back to Welgarth, where we'll buy a Shield of Strength for Newmore. Sub-hype again, Beans Malloy, thank you so much for subscribing, much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed Dragon Warrior 2 tonight, and just a reminder, there are a ton of new emotes on the way for Friday's stream. We'll be back Friday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern. Oh yes, I won't keep you in suspense. Random Cat will be there. There's no question, we need a Random Cat. Shield of Strength for Newmore. And we're going to equip him with the Staff of Thunder as well. And we're all set. You're most welcome, Beans. Yeah, I know at least one thing that's coming from Monopoly. I have a couple ideas, but there's one that we've been waiting on for a long time. It's definitely going to happen. I do appreciate your guys' suggestions. We're actually getting fairly close to another emote threshold as well, so there could always be new slots in the future, and that's an exciting prospect. So feedback is always appreciated if you guys have a good idea for emotes. There's gotta be a fish of some sort, whether it's a fishbone or a cod for Dragon Warrior 2. We could perhaps do both. Alright, here we're staying at the inn and then saving to create a new return point. Whoops. I'll have to check air kicks, but it's not too important right now because we've got a bunch of open slots right now. The subtrain helped immeasurably. It was a huge thing, and you guys are going to be rewarded for it amply. A lot of new emotes on the way. Apparently I didn't cast Repel. Let's do that right now. Hey, Larvastar, is that actually a thing? Are they talking about me playing Dragon Warrior 2 right now? Oops, that's not the spell we need. We need this one. Oh, I got you, Larvastar. Yeah, last night I improved it by nearly 8 minutes. And we're going for more today. Yeah, so the thing that you're talking about right now, that's one reason, when I play a new game for the first time, I want absolutely zero spoilers. This is especially important for RPGs, but also in general for most games. I feel that it's fairly important for me. So, like, when I was playing Chrono Trigger, for example, for the first time, I did it on stream, and I had a lot of mods who I made it very clear, like anything that was like a suggestion to go somewhere or an idea that might have some sort of influence on my gameplay, any slight little thing, I wanted it removed so that I wouldn't see it. And I told all my viewers, like, don't be offended by it or anything, they're just making sure that I don't have any spoilers whatsoever. So messages were removed, but it was only like a 1-second timeout, so people weren't punished for it. We just made sure that I didn't see any information I didn't want to see. So it worked out fine. Hey, Pinhead John, thank you very much. I did manage to play through Chrono Trigger entirely spoiler-free, and it was a blast. But yeah, I knew that it would be the kind of thing where, you know, every once in a while, maybe every couple hours or something, someone would say something, and I didn't want them to feel bad about it, so the mods made sure that everyone knew what was going on. Me too, too many. I beat it in, I think it was 21 hours total across something like 5 different days of streaming. And then once I finished, we sat listening to the final endgame music for like an hour straight. It was awesome. There we go. We're gonna equip Newmore immediately. Talk to Don Mahoney. And we'll drop Newmore's club to make room for a Dragon's Bane. I think the Dragon's Banes can also be routed out. For now, for the manipulations I've made, I need to have them in my inventory, and I need to have them equipped, I'm pretty sure. But in the future, I think I can route them out, because we can just manipulate any situation where we'd have to worry about something like that. So we're using the Hero's Dragon's Bane, Newmore's Dragon's Bane, and Peta's Dragon's Bane. Oops, don't want to walk outside. I totally agree, TRG. I later heard that a lot of the... I don't want to say difficulty, but a lot of the, like, what held me back in the early middle game apparently happens to a lot of people on their first playthroughs of Chrono Trigger. I had a couple conversations with people who visited a certain area in the game where triggers weren't set yet, and they didn't know where to go or what to do. So that was cool. I wasn't the only one. I'm also starting to think about the possibility of cutting out unnecessary armor in the future. Oh, again, I cast Repel instead of Step Guard. That's okay, though. We can still use that Repel after we cast Return here. Oops. So, Repel is still active. Next we go for the Dooz Yarn number 2. I totally agree. Yeah, it has such replayability. And I was interested to hear afterwards that there are more than a dozen different ways that the game can actually end based on what extra things you've actually done. So that's really neat. They have, like, endings specific to your progress, basically. Oh, nice Larvastar. Yeah, I watched Lack play it a bit too. Second try Doo's Yarn, very nice. We can cast Repel again, just in case it wears off before town. So there are ways that this can go wrong. Just means you should play it again, absolutely. Okay, here we go. So I need Repel to wear off, but if I walk it off on land, there are actually some enemies that I can encounter even while Repel is on. So the safest thing to do is just wear it off in the ship, even though I have to take a few steps here. So the first good news is it looks like all my entire inventory is correct, my gold is correct. Now we're just looking for the right battle here. Witsmith, thank you so much for the 50 bits, much appreciated. Where's the graphics? Okay, I think this is the one. No, I was wrong. I think this is the wrong one too. Yeah. Come on, we can do this. What delighted the Darth Bear? Strumming the silver harp while in battle delighted the Darth Bear. I think that's pretty neat. We're getting very bad luck here. I think we're getting the same battle again. Oh, here we go. I was wrong. So maybe they're about the same distance apart in terms of how long you have to walk to encounter them, which means that I can't really tell until I actually encounter the battle. But we're on our way. We are manipulating through... Yes, that is correct, Christaborg. Odd frame versus even frame. The RNG alternates between two paths of RNG, essentially. At least that's the exact way that it worked in Dragon Warrior 1. So I'm just assuming it works the same way. It would make perfect sense. So many other things work exactly the same way. Manipulating through this tower saves so much time. That's... Hang on. That's not what I meant to use. This one. Now we use this. Love this manipulation. Works so well. Even here, we manipulate so that we don't get an encounter on this transition, and then I also hold the manipulation to make sure we don't get a battle on the way to the treasure chest. It doesn't surprise me that we're losing a little time because of how many tries it took to set up the first section of this manipulation. But we're still doing well, and there's still plenty of time to save in the future. Also, the hero is strong enough to beat a gremlin in one hit. That's awesome. That won't happen every time. We should win this round. Although we do need area effects to actually land, which is not guaranteed. Oh, there was a heal also. One down. We won't kill the one on the left, I was pretty sure. Oh, we didn't kill the one on the right either. But here we go, 3 rounds. We're still doing fine. Now there's another way that this could go wrong, which is kind of amusing. We're gonna fight 2 Ozwargs to get the next crest in Hamlin. If one of the Ozwargs calls for help, our entire run is dead. We would have to start over. So when I say this run is not marathon safe yet, I really mean it. Hillhome, thank you so much for the raid, much appreciated. Let's see, Jailer's Key. Aye. Ah, we split the attacks. Let's heal more PETA just to stay safe. We got rid of 1. PETA's safe. Ozwarg did not call for help, so we should be good here. No, Almacia, I have to beat all the enemies in the battle. I cast Return here, right? Yes. I have to beat all the enemies in the battle. I don't think we can even run from that battle. And if I get more experience, there's no way for me to undo that. And that would mess up the checksum. All future checksums. So if I want to ensure marathon safety, I would have to set up another manipulation outside of Hamlin to make sure that I'm entering on a specific frame. And even then, like, there's a door to open, so I don't know if that's even possible. I don't think it is. One thing I could do to ensure marathon safety is save my game before I go to that town. That's something I could do, but it would take extra time. But that's the price we pay for marathon safety. No, once you leave town, the door will automatically close again. Well, I mean, I could open the door and then I could probably use the Dragon's Potion to set up a manipulation that way. Like, I was just thinking in terms of saving from a different place, but that would probably work. Probably. I'm hesitant to say that anything will work for sure, because I've seen so many weird things happen. But yeah, that might work. Yay, they didn't attack me. Only one person awake, though. But we got away. We want Repel to wear off over the course of this sail. It's not going to happen until we go into town. But yeah, that's another thing I'm paranoid about. Having Repel active, I'm pretty sure it has an effect on the checksum. So I always want it to wear off first. And I cast Repel a little bit too close here, so we're just going to take some extra steps, and there we go. No big deal. Oh, on the first step, 4 Titan trees. We got away first try. Oh, that's fine. That's just 6 damage. I shouldn't worry about that. This time I don't have to worry about proximity when I'm casting Repel, because we're going to be taking extra steps. We're not going to be saving. We're going into the Moon Fragment Tower. But either way, we'll still cast it a little bit further back, because this will still get me all the way to Tun. Hey, Nestmaster, I am enjoying the game a lot. Thank you. No, I didn't accidentally stay at an inn. Actually, I just made a mistake in the endgame manipulation. And initially I thought that that would kill the run. So I was gonna try and beat the game the normal way. So I actually went and got the Thunder Sword. And then after I got the Thunder Sword, we started talking about ways to reset up the manipulation. And I realized that people in chat were absolutely correct. So I pressed reset, we abandoned the sword that we had picked up, and we did some scientific experimentation to see if it would work. And sure enough, it did work, and after 25 minutes of essentially doing nothing productive, we got the RNG to where it needed to be, we redid the manipulation, and I got it first try from that point. It was pretty epic. So I've routed in an inn trip here, just in case things were dangerous before we get a total refill before this tower. So we do that right now. Down to the tower. I'm so glad for you, Christoborg. Fireball. I'm so confused by the fact that they call it Fireball. There's clearly room for an 8th letter in spell names. Maybe it was just a translation thing. Losing a little bit of extra time here due to an increase in random encounters over my last run, but we are right now on the way to get crest number 4. Looks like we'll be somewhere around 2 minutes behind when we pick it up. Maybe more if there are random encounters on the way. We'll see what happens. Alright, Air Kicks, this is your big moment. Oh, Air Kicks might be AFK. Oh, there it is, there it is! Air Kicks is the spam bot banning ninja. Come on, bots, Air Kicks is trying to eat. Give him some peace. Alright, let's get this crest. Should be just a little bit over 2 minutes behind. Boom! That's overkill. We were gonna get him on that attack anyway. Alright guys, here is the most dangerous moment in the run. The cave containing the Eye of Malroth. There's one floor that contains a lot of saber lions, and they are the gatekeepers for this section of this run. So we'll see what happens. Oh, Christoborg. Oh, the way you structure it, it's just so perfect. Hey, Mr. Holmes, welcome. There are other ways that things can go a little bit awry in this cave. For example, we do not want to lose a bunch of MP. Like, if Numore ran out of return MP, I'm not exactly sure what would happen to this run. I think... Oh yeah, these guys can already do a strange jig. So already Numore's lost 14 MP, which is a lot, but not too dangerous yet. Sugarfrosted, I heard someone else say that as well. Alright, it's time for the danger floor. So we'll heal the hero. And we'll see what happens beyond this door. I always love seeing so many steps with no random encounters. Look at the distance we're making. Just making it this far makes the whole thing less dangerous. 3 Saber Lions. I don't think we can lose a single character. Every time we've lost a character, and I've tried to revive them with the leaf and then get the leaf back into the same position in my inventory, it has not worked out. But we're on this floor now, and this floor is safer, so we should be okay. Here we go. Hey, Crazy Carl, welcome. And basically here we're just hoping for the clowns to not spam Firebane. 1 Firebane is okay. And we're pretty safe now that we have 2 Waterflying Clods anyway. But yeah, if we take 1 down in the first round, it's just over already. We got it. That really was an excellent Saberlion room. Only 1 group of 3 Saberlions we ran first try, everything was good. Yeah, I believe the leaf must be saved, so this cave is extremely dangerous. That's why the next time I change the manipulations, once I get back to this point, I'm going to come here before the lighthouse and make sure that I can manipulate this place for safety. And it should also help for speed as well. Okay, we stay at the inn. This is already our return point, so we don't need to talk to the guy above, but we're going to use the Dragon's Potion to save our progress to this point. Uh-oh. We've got a jam. There we go. Next step is to get the Life Crest. So for those of you who weren't here last night, I was talking about how we messed up the manipulation going into the Road to Rhone. And we were talking about ways to fix it. And I went through everything that we would need to do, and I got to this point, and suddenly, first of all, I did determine that it was possible to get what we needed. But this door was already open, so I needed to reset, do everything I did over again, just so this door would be closed again, because part of the manipulation I had to do was opening this door, and it required very specific menuing. So we went back, did everything again, and this is all in addition to getting the Thunder Sword first when we didn't need it. So after like 25 minutes, we got back here, and all was well. Nice. 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 Yay! hero takes a bit of damage. We have 2 people awake. And we're good. We'll give a quick heal more just for safety. On our way to get the Armor of Erdrick. This floor has dangerous enemies, but it's a very short walk, and we made it. So, as far as I can tell, everything has been perfect so far. Our manipulations should work. We should have a shot at this. If I still feel the need to have the Leaf of World Tree for safety in the future, I think what I'll do is not pick it up until this point. I think I'll pick it up here. Well, by this point, there's definitely no need for it, because we're just headed up to the end of the game where we do our endgame manipulations. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just route it out entirely. Oh yes, puns are definitely allowed, encouraged, and appreciated. I agree, there's definitely no place like Rhone. Doom, 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 doom. So because this shrine is so close to Maidenhall, we're gonna use it to get back there. Yeah, if we can set up an Oswarg manipulation for that Hamlin crest, then maybe we won't have to do this at the end of the game at all. And this only takes like 2 extra minutes or so, but it's still something. I keep brainstorming on ways to save even more time in this game. So yeah, I'm very excited for the future. Of course, setting up new manipulations from the start is, it's going to be a lot of work still. We don't have to think about that for now. For now, there's plenty of improvement for us to do with what we have. We need this as a return point, so we're going to save here. Time to go to Rona. Necrogond with the wind. So Newmore appears to have plenty of magic. That worked out really well. I love using Step Guard in this section. Before I made the Metal Babble manipulations, we always had to take damage in this section. Uh-oh. Evil Clown attacked first because he doesn't appreciate speedruns. Oof, and Newmore missed too. Oh, another dodge! There we go, PETA got it done. right at the bottom. Dragon's Potion. So useful. So yeah, it's pretty clear from this run that in order to break 2 hours, we would need to cut out some metal babbles. And some other stuff. So that's something I'll be looking at in the future. Yeah, so the reason we need to do this and get max gold is because, well, it's mainly because of the Oswarg fight, and also the Evil Clown fight in the Eye of Malroth cave. We're getting random amounts of gold from those enemies if we don't manipulate our way all the way through. So we need to take this moment to max out our gold. It's the only way to get ourselves conveniently to one specific amount of gold. It acts like a town, Kelly. So outside won't take you outside. It's like being on the first floor of a town. So the only spell we can use is Return, which is what I used to do. Sell Newmore's Staff of Thunder. Throw this away. Oops. Yes, it does, Crazy Carl. Heal for safety. I miss Tut 2, R-Racer. I loved that name, and it was so productive for everything that we did. I could always use it again and try to find faster metal slimes in the beginning, but finding metal slimes is difficult. The major problem is they are rarely alone in that zone, so you encounter like a lot of dangerous enemies with them. This is only zone 2, so we're only encountering hawkmen and maybe gargoyles in this zone. Nothing dangerous. Where's that island? There it is. You horked? Yeah, I think I was told that there are 16, whoops, we go this way. 16 possible names that will create a seed lock. I think that's what I was told. It was a long time ago. But yeah, Tut and UHKD are 2 of those names. Okay, Repel already wore off. Alright guys, oh, the last encounter. Once we run from this one, our manipulations should be properly set up. We should be ready to do this. Looking at the clock, I'm pretty sure that if we do everything right on the first try, we should break 2.5 hours on this run. So, let's start with an in trip. Then we have to actually talk to this guy to reset our return point, which is something I can route out in the future. Crazy Carl, the world record is 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 34 seconds. I should remember to change that before I play different games. Alright folks, here we go. Here's hoping. One, two, three. Oh! Made a mistake. 3 really close together manipulations in that one section. There is still hope to reset everything as we discovered before. But we have to sail all the way back to our hometown. Actually, the fix is not all that long. The Darth Bear is delighted by a lot of things. Yeah, unfortunately there are a bunch of manipulations really crammed together in that one spot. I had so many encounters to avoid. So let me go over it here. We do that, and then there, and then the one that I missed is that one, and then we're pretty much in the clear. There's only one more after that. So don't worry, guys. We can save a lot of time here still. Basically what we have to do here is max out our gold again, and why did I think we needed a wing? We don't actually need a wing to do this. I'll pick it up anyway because it works, but we could just use the return spell, I think. We need at least 90 gold, so we didn't get enough gold. We have to exit and re-enter. not exactly sure why I thought we couldn't just use the return spell. But yeah, we'll use the wing again. And this should still work. It worked last time we did it this way. Oh, you're right, I could have sold the wing. You're right, Air Kicks. Here we go again. One, two, three. Ah! Can't believe that happened. We gotta do it again. We still have so much time to save. Yeah, call this a practice run. On Friday, we'll improve the record even more. We'll have a big partner celebration stream. It'll be a blast. Okay, that's a pretty good distance. Repel should last longer this time. I wouldn't blame you anytime, Kelly. It was my fault. It was a bad mistake to make. Oh, right on, coach. It's funny we have to sail all this way. I don't think there's a better way to do this. See how much gold we get. 81. Give me that wing. We're gonna sell the wing. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Gonna use Air Kicks' idea here. Yeah, there should be absolutely no problem with using the return spell. We're staying at an inn. What's in the Where are Osterfair chests? Oh, in Austin. Never mind. I know what you mean. There's the Armor of Gaia, but I forget how much it sells for. It might not sell for anything. And I think the other one is just like a medical herb or something. Oh, that's not it. That's not the one we're looking for. This should be it. Good stuff. Alright guys, third time's a charm. Oh, Magic Knife. You might be right, Air Kicks. Or, unless we're just both thinking about Dragon Warrior 3, but you might be right. Like, it's been a long time since I picked up that chest. 1, 2, thank you, Nestmaster. 3. This is where we go left. This time we're not gonna take one step too many up here. There we go. Let's make this happen. Good. Are we good? I think we're good. Just one more stop here. I think that's it. For this cave, anyway. There are manipulations outside as well. Stop here. Alright, we've got the sword. Nice. In we go. Oh, I forgot to split. We'll have to fix that later. I like this part. Right? Yes. Falcon Sword and Cloth. Oh, it's right at the top now. Nice. Where's my enemy? Oops. Where's my enemy? Oh, this should be it. Oh, wait. I think we're still okay. Hopefully. Hopefully. No. Ugh. That's a terrible mistake. We're in big trouble now. We need to make it back without getting hit. If we get hit, the run's over. have to make it through one more transition here. Nice. Okay, guys, we're okay. Ugh. Let's do this. I know why that happened. Won't let it happen again. Level for Newmore! How does he not see us after we talk to him? Nobody knows. He does look a little upset, doesn't he, Jelly D? There's no more spellcasting though, so from here we're good. 37 HP left for the hero. Awesome. Oh, you totally can, Kelly. That is possible. Yeah, the pace is pretty decent, Christaborg. Very significant improvement tonight. And 3 manipulation errors. Our time was still incredibly good. We're saving about 15 minutes off of last night's, and of course, with 3 errors to remove, we can definitely save another 5. Time stops now. So that's 23 minutes improved in the past 2 days. Thank you, Slasher, Beast Race, Ursats, Airkicks, Cards Fan, Chris, Kelly, Ghoulicious, Brilliant Insanity, Dog Complex. Yeah, it's pretty funny, Crazy Carl. My manipulations make a big difference now. Thank you, Christaborg, Nestmaster, Glitchcog, Brilliant Insanity, Coach Stay, Ellie Berry, Scott, Budors, Zoran, McNeilian, R Racer, Vinny. Yeah, sub 230 is it's gonna happen. Thank you, Viola Drum and Hillhome, Smart, Hourly Fish, Slaves, Jelly D, Witsmith, Soul Eater, Westlake Math. Hey, how you doing? Thank you, Athropo. Thank you, Talons and No Business, Tater Tot. I'll work on it, Slasher, for sure. Thank you, Cooper. Well, it did take me a while, Cooper. Thank you, Sugar Frosted. Yeah, Mr. Holmes, there's more improvement to come. Thank you, R.W. Thomas. Whew. But yeah, it took me a while to put the manipulations together. Like, I had known since AGDQ that this is something I wanted to do. But it takes time to put it all together and make sure it's right. And I made a few mistakes along the way. Due to the way the RNG works, there are some things where if you do a manipulation the wrong way, you only have one chance at it. And sometimes that's a 50-50 shot. We wanted to route out all the coin flips. So I made sure that happened. Thank you, RPG. Thank you, Slasherman, Terranius Soul, Christaborg. Oh, awesome, McNeilian. I'm sure you will enjoy it. It's very fun. Yes, Cooper. Oh, nice, Airkicks. Thanks for letting me know. Thank you all so much for watching this, everyone.